Hey friends, Jake Nunn, your family handyman here. So lately I've been coming across some different homeowners and questions on how to best mitigate issues down the road, how to take care of their equipment that they may not be taught when they purchased their home or got their equipment. Because as homeowners, we have lots of equipment in our house. We have water heaters, we have washers and dryers, refrigerators, freezers, we have our automotive vehicles. We have a number of different equipment, and the equipment costs a couple $1,000s. It's something that we want to get the most use out of. But if you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know how to do it, or even that you should be doing it, oftentimes we fall into the rut of just running something until it's just shot and you need it again. And so I want to just kind of unpack some of the questions that I've been coming across lately and being asked about how to navigate. So with your AC, with your air conditioning system, there's a drain line that runs on the side of your air conditioning unit and then goes all the way out to the exterior of your house. And because it always has condensation leaking out of that tube, it can block up. It can grow fungus in it. It can have a blockage that builds when it's not being maintained. And so one way to easily keep from having that nightmare situation where on a hot summer afternoon your AC just suddenly does not work. It's not cooling. The fan's blowing, it's running nonstop, but it's not cooling anything down. Well, if it is that blockage line, to fix that problem, you could take a shop vac and just squeeze it around that line on the exterior and just suck that blockage out. Because there's no vacuum except for what's created by the blockage, you can suck it up with a powerful shop vac, and you can do it that way. But to keep it from happening is what I'm getting at. To keep it from happening, it's advised that you just take a cup of bleach or maybe even a cup of vinegar and pour it down that drain line right beside your HVAC unit. And so if you do that maybe once a month or close to it, you're going to prevent any bacteria from building and blocking that line. Just super simple. Super simple. It doesn't take but a minute, and it only requires a cup of very inexpensive chemical. So I'd advise you to do that. Take care of your HVAC system. That's a great way to keep it going. And as we're looking forward to another Texas summer this year, I advise you to do that. Another thing, I was working with a homeowner on their house that had an addition which had a kitchen sink in it. Well, that kitchen sink, come to find out, in the addition they put a joint that had an angle that wasn't really appropriate to have a lot of food and debris that came from the garbage disposal going through it. So every 9 or 12 months or so, they would have their kitchen sink blocked up, and it was immovable, using Drano after Drano to try to get through it without having to call a plumber. And so in talking with them, I told them that a master plumber recommends that they just pour a cup of bleach at the end of the day. You're done using the sink. You're not going to put any more water through there that night. Pour a cup of bleach down the drain. And then it just works overnight to help clean out anything that's there. And so that's just another quick and simple way to keep from having that issue. Now, that's not for every need, but if you do have a regularly clogging drain pipe, then that might be something that would really help to burn up any hair, any grease, any debris that may be collecting at one of those joints that may not be ideal for that flow. But I was looking to do a video on how to flush your water heater, because a lot of people, they either don't know that they need to, or they know but they don't do it, or they think it's a complex process. They don't know that they can do it very easily. So I was going to record a small instructional video on how to do it so that they could confidently just go in there, take 30 minutes and just knock it out, get it done. But I ran into an issue as I was looking for a water heater to do this on, because there's a caveat. The reasons you want to flush your water heater is to get all the sediment out, the sediment that could cling to the coils that are inside an electric one, or that could settle at the basin of a natural gas water heater. And so what it does, it cleans all that out and it makes it more efficient. And because it's so clean, it helps extend the lifetime of your water heater. So it's ideal for you to do it. Master plumbers, they recommend you do it at least one time a year, but they even say up to like 3 or 4 times a year. That's once every quarter that you might be doing this if you have hard water like we have here in Fort Worth. But I ran into this problem because the 3 water heaters I went to look at, they were all untouched and unserviced for more than 5 years. And so if that's you, do not attempt to flush your water heater. It is too late. It is too late, and I'm sorry to say. But if you try to do it, it will drain the sediment out of that water heater. But the thing that some people may not know is over like 3 to 5 years, that sediment that goes in there, the calcium and the other minerals that build up, they start bonding with the inner components. And then when you go to flush it, it flushes that out, and in effect, you're removing some of the glue that was actually holding those inner components together. And that is not a situation you want to be in. Your water heater's working one day, you flush it out, and boy, you got a lot of sediment out of there. You're feeling good, but then it doesn't work. So I wanted to just make sure you guys knew when to do it, how frequently to do it, and also how to do it. And I'm going to leave the steps here alongside this video, but then also when not to do it, because you also don't want to shoot yourself in the foot with a component that right now the minimum you can get it is around $1,200. And that's not even for the top of the line out there. So all to say, those are just a few tips that I hope will help you to understand how to better care for your vehicle. Just like caring for your car, you want to take it in for an oil change every few thousand miles, or you may not be a car owner for very long. So I wanted to just kind of like relay some of these tips for you to be able to take care of your equipment. But the first way to do that is to know how, and to know when and when not to. So anyway, check in with you guys later. If you have any questions at all, throw them my way. I appreciate you guys, love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.